Okay, you can influence your EPC by email. And we're talking about specifically to our market. All the traffic that you're going to get on your offer is going to be influenced by email. So you don't want to make your JV tools an afterthought, right? So you don't want to make them into something that you think about after the fact. You want to give them good emails. And depending on what kind of list they have, I mean, you can, let's say they have a software list or a PLR list or make money online, info product or a hard sell or list building. You want to try to take that into consideration if you're going to write emails out or email swipes out for them ahead of time, right? So if you're going to have lots of people coming to your page to promote and they're going to need help writing their email, you want to give them that email up front, but you want to do it from different angles. This is why you do it, because you want them to be successful in promoting your product because it's going to affect your EPCs and it's going to help you with the snowball effect, right? So again, you don't want people to promote and send traffic to your offer and not be successful. You want them to be successful. It's not enough to get people to promote. You want them to have a good email campaign, and you can help them by writing emails ahead of time. Nobody knows your product as better than you do. No one knows how to promote your product in a way that's going to make sense to people based on what's in it other than you. Again, I'm not going to take the time to understand your product as well as you do. You will understand it, and so you want to write these emails ahead of time. Right, I'm talking about the email swipes. So again, yep, that's right, Jim. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to say, well, who could be promoting my product? Right? Is it going to be somebody who's going to be a PLR vendor? Right? If they're a PLR vendor, what's the benefit to people on their list? If you have a hard sell offer, or you have someone whose whole list is built on the theme of list building, what can you do so that the email they write is going to be based on list building? You are trying to basically write these emails to help them to write good emails to their people so they'll convert better, right? Yeah, so Jim says, I've heard people are too lazy to write their own emails for someone else's product. Here's what happens, right? Typically, what I have found is that, I've suggested that if you're going to start an affiliate promotion, you need to start 2 days ahead, right? And that's not always going to be the case. Sometimes, you won't find out about an offer until the day of. And so if you find out about something the day of, you don't have time to figure out what the product is about. You don't have time to do a comprehensive review. So you're going to need some help, right? And so it is a timing issue more than anything else. So because people are busy and because they don't find out about things sometimes at the last minute, then you help them by giving them an email that they can write, that they can change. Now, again, hopefully you're going to have to tell them not to send out the same email that you just gave them. But you've got to give them some help so that when they actually sit down to construct their email, they have the right idea that's going to help them to write a good email. And basically, it's a lot of work, right? It's a lot of work to provide swipes to fit a particular audience, several different audiences. But again, you know your product better than anybody. And if you just give a general swipe, you don't have any influence over the EPCs. And what's going to happen is people will then send out a general email. They're going to have low EPCs, and you don't get the snowball effect. What you're trying to do is you're trying to give the JV some confidence, right? And if you don't do that, you're probably wasting your time by putting swipes together in the first place. Right, so you want to make sure you write swipes that are going to be based on different audiences so somebody can take it for their audience and then use it then to put together a good email. All right, JV should be able to come to your page and pick and choose. And you can write swipes based on your bonuses also, right? Theirs or yours. And look, some people don't even want content emails, right? Some people just send a straight sales email, and that's why you include one that's called the hard sell. Right, so basically, if you were to put a hard sell on your product, you want to write that email also. And some people would prefer to have just a hard sell, right? And so you want to put one of those together also. You can influence your EPCs by pre-launch. Before the launch, you can do some kind of sales presentation or webinar. You can do an FB Live, or you can do a YouTube Live, or you can do some kind of webinar. The traffic that you do, it's going to need to be super targeted, and you can do that, and you can accomplish that by doing a webinar. And you really do need to have your affiliates then send people to the webinar, right? That's what you're basically trying to do. When they send the targeted traffic, it's going to be your EPCs are actually going to be higher. And then what you're trying to do, again, when you do a pre-launch webinar, you're basically influencing product of the day. The reason that people do pre-launch webinars is, yes, they're trying to get higher sales. What they're really trying to do is they're trying to influence EPCs at the very beginning of the launch, right? So understand that. So a pre-launch webinar, what it does more than get sales, right? The traffic's going to be super targeted. Is they're going to send people straight to the sales page from the webinar, but they're going to send them with knowledge of how it's going to benefit them, and it's going to influence their product of the day. And if you get your affiliates to send you the traffic ahead of time, what you've done is you have really, at the very beginning, you have given yourself the highest possible EPC so that when people see it within the first day, the first half a day, they're going to say, wow, high EPCs, this is going to be something I can promote. Right. So the pre-launch webinar, there's more to it than just sales. What they're trying to do is influence the EPCs. You're going to be able to influence product today on JVZoo and Warrior Plus. Now, pre-launch webinar does take more time, but you're going to need to basically, you're basically getting people to help you to build the best possible light around your product. Right now, obviously, you can influence your EPCs by your bonuses. What's happening is when you put together a bonus page for your affiliates, the traffic is not going straight to the sales page, right? And this is the most common way that people are influencing EPCs. And this is one of the reasons why when you look at the EPC number, you're not looking at a true number, right? What you're influencing here is you are basically showing people the EPCs, but typically people are sending people to bonus pages, right? So the traffic is never going straight to the sales page anyway. And you're decreasing the amount of traffic, and so what you're doing is raising the EPC because you're sending less traffic to the sales page. Some of the traffic is getting filtered by a bonus page. Most of that traffic is going to come from email. Very little is going to come from paid traffic. And a bonus page filters out unwanted clicks. That's basically what it does. So when you put it together for your affiliates, what you're doing is you're not just helping them sell. Yes, you're helping them to make more sales. What you're basically doing is you are keeping out unwanted traffic, and you are raising your EPCs, and your EPCs look better because the unwanted people, the tire kickers, the people who don't want anything to do with your product, they're typically going to stop at the bonus page. Does everybody get that? So if you get that, please put the number 3 in the question box. This is probably the most important thing that you want to know about EPCs. That's why you put together a bonus page. You put together a bonus page not only because it helps you to make more sales, but you put together the bonus page also because it filters out the unwanted clicks. And the unwanted clicks keeps you from having a lower EPC. Right, so Jim's question is, so you offer the bonuses before they get to the sales page. Okay, yeah, so what you're doing is you're giving the affiliates, you're putting together bonuses for the affiliates to use. And so what you're doing is the affiliates are actually going to send out a bonus page instead of sending them straight to the sales page. So yes, they're going to see the bonuses before they get to the sales page. That's right. And so some people are going to get to the bonus page. They might watch a video and say, you know what, that's not for me, or I wasn't all that interested anyway. I'm going to just kind of click away. Right? You are keeping people, uninterested people, from coming to the sales page. Okay, so when you're putting together a bonus page, you want to put as much detail on there as you can. Now, again, you might not have all the time in the world. A good bonus page can always turn the untargeted traffic into buyers, right? If you put it together right. Now, the best way to increase conversion is always going to be to include a bonus, but your bonus should always be relevant and complementary to the offer, right? So again, don't just put together bonuses for the sake of the bonuses. Make sure that they're relevant and complementary, and then do a pre-sell on the bonus page. So put together a video where you're pre-selling the product and the bonus. So if you're doing software, right, do a demo. If you've got a members area, show the back office. Get affiliates to pre-sell by sending out the pre-sale or the bonus page, right? So again, get your affiliates to do this. Now, some affiliates will already have their own bonus page, but some affiliates are not going to do that because it's not their product, right? So they're not going to put that much effort into your product. But that's why some of the time what you're going to do for them is you're going to give them a bonus page, right? You're going to give them a bonus page. Again, so how do you apply this, right? So what you want to do now is you can just go to Muncheye. You want to compare what you see on Muncheye with the JV page, and you're going to compare that with the stats you see in JVZoo. Now, again, JVZoo has the truest. It gives the most information, right? The Warrior Plus statistics are not necessarily going to give you the kind of intelligence you can look at so that you can tell what's really happening. If you look at a JVZoo statistic, you look at the JV page, and you look at the listing in Muncheye, you're going to be able to look at your particular product category. You're going to be able to look at and apply this information that you'll be able to see what the EPC is really saying to you.